What if the problem isn't that you don't earn enough, but that your life is quietly priced above your income? Not dramatically, not irresponsibly, just slightly, consistently, every single month. And over time, that small gap becomes your entire financial reality. Let's take a normal, reasonable situation. You're in your late 20s or early 30s. You earn around $70,000 a year in the US or 45,000 to 55,000 euros somewhere in Europe. After taxes, that leaves you with roughly $4,200 a month, give or take. Nothing extravagant, but not struggling either. Now look at your life. Rent, $1,600. Car payment, $450. Insurance, $150. Groceries, $400. Utilities plus phone plus internet, $300. Subscriptions, small lifestyle expenses, $200. So far, you're at around $3,100. Still manageable. But then there's the rest. Credit card payments, $300. Student loans, $250. Eating out, social life, random spending, $500. Now you're at $4,150. You're technically fine, but there's nothing left. No margin, no buffer, no real progress. And if anything unexpected happens, it goes straight back on the credit card. This is where most people misunderstand their situation. They think, I need to earn more. But that's not the real issue. The issue is that your life has been built as if you already earn more than you do. Not in one big decision, but through dozens of small, reasonable ones. A slightly nicer apartment, a car that feels appropriate for your income, convenient spending that saves time. Individually, each choice makes sense, but together, they create a fixed lifestyle that consumes everything you earn. Let's look at the math more clearly. If you're spending $4,150 out of $4,200 every month, you're left with $50. That's $600 a year. Not savings, not investing, just leftover. Now imagine one small shift. Your rent goes up $200 next year, your insurance increases by $50. Groceries rise another $100. Now you're negative $300 a month. That gap doesn't feel dramatic at first, it just quietly becomes normal. You adjust, you swipe the card, you carry a balance. And slowly your financial life stops moving forward. This doesn't happen because people are careless. It happens because of how we define normal. You look around and everyone seems to be living like this. Nice apartment, reliable car, regular travel. Nothing extreme, so your brain assumes, if I can afford the monthly payment, I can afford the life. But monthly affordability isn't the same as long-term sustainability. The system encourages this thinking. Car dealerships don't talk about total cost, only monthly payments. Credit cards remove the friction of spending. Even social expectations quietly reward visible comfort, not invisible stability. So you end up optimizing your life for how it looks and feels today instead of how it functions over time. Now stretch this out over 5 to 10 years. You keep earning more. Your salary increases to $85K, maybe even $100K, but your lifestyle rises with it. Better apartment, new car, slightly more spending. And suddenly nothing really changes. You're still left with almost nothing at the end of the month. Meanwhile, someone else earning slightly less but living below their means has built savings, investments, and flexibility. Not because they're smarter, but because their life costs less than what they earn. That difference compounds quietly. One person stays financially busy, the other becomes financially stable. Financially intelligent people don't think in terms of, what can I afford monthly? They think, what does this cost me over time? And what does it remove from my future? They understand that every fixed expense is a commitment to a version of life. A higher rent isn't just about comfort. It's a long-term claim on your income. A car payment isn't just transportation. It's a reduction in flexibility. They're not avoiding spending. They're just aware that lifestyle has weight, and once it's built, it's hard to reduce. So if you feel like you're not getting ahead, it may not be because you're broke. It may be because your life has already absorbed everything you earn, and possibly a little more. Not through bad decisions, just through unexamined ones. There's no dramatic fix here, no sudden shift, just awareness. Because once you see the gap between what you earn and what your life costs, you start making slightly different decisions. Not smaller, not restrictive, just more intentional. And over time, that changes everything. If this made you think a little differently about your own situation, you can subscribe for more calm, honest breakdowns like this.